to get a resale certificate. This is a common phrase used when people talk about resale certificates, but that phrasing is actually where a lot of confusion starts. In most cases, resale certificates aren't something you apply for and receive once. They're about knowing which certificate applies to a specific transaction and filling it out correctly. In this video, we're going to walk through how resale certificates are obtained and used in practice, with a big focus on why state-by-state differences matter, and why using the wrong form can create problems even if your intent is correct. But let's start with the core rule. Resale certificates exist for one simple reason: to prevent sales tax from being paid on goods that are being purchased for resale. Sales tax is intended to be paid by the end customer, not by every business that touches a product before it gets there. So if your business is buying goods that you plan to resell, you generally should not be paying sales tax on that purchase. Instead, you'll collect sales tax later when you sell the item to your customer. A resale certificate is how you document that intent to your vendor. Everything else, the forms, the variations, the requirements, flows from that rule. Here's why resale certificates start to feel complicated. There is no single resale certificate that works everywhere. Each state sets its own rules around resale certificates, including what form must be used, what information is required, whether out-of-state certificates are accepted, and how long a certificate remains valid. Some states require you to use a state-issued resale certificate. Other states accept uniform or multi-state certificates, but only if they're completed correctly and used in the right context. Because of this, the right resale certificate often depends on which state's tax rules apply to the transaction and what the vendor expects to receive for their records. Using the wrong form, even with the correct information, can still cause delays or rejections. In practice, obtaining a resale certificate usually means two things. One, identifying the correct resale certificate form for the state involved, and two, completing that form accurately and providing it to the vendor. You're not usually submitting this to the state for approval. You're certifying, under penalty of law, that the purchase qualifies as a resale transaction. That's why accuracy and context matter more than simply having a certificate. While formats vary, most resale certificates ask for similar details, such as your legal business name, your business address, sales tax registration number or equivalent, the state that issued that registration, a description of your business activity, and a statement confirming the goods are being purchased for resale. Missing or inconsistent information is one of the most common reasons resale certificates get questioned or pushed back on. But here is where businesses run into trouble. Resale certificates tend to become difficult not because the concept is complicated, but because the requirements are fragmented. As businesses grow, a few challenges show up repeatedly. Different states require different resale certificate forms. Some vendors accept multi-state certificates, while others insist on state-specific ones. Certificates may need to be refreshed if business details change. And the same business may need different certificates depending on the vendor or transaction. When you're managing this manually, it's easy to use the wrong state's form, assume one certificate applies everywhere, or scramble to recreate certificates when a vendor asks for them again later. None of this usually happens intentionally. It's just a byproduct of navigating a patchwork of state rules. Because resale certificate requirements vary so much by state, many businesses look for ways to reduce manual work and avoid mistakes. That's where our ResaleCertify tool fits into the picture. Instead of tracking dozens of different forms and requirements yourself, ResaleCertify simplifies the process by asking for some key inputs: your business information and your vendor's information. From there, it can generate the appropriate resale certificate based on the state and situation involved. The goal isn't to replace understanding the rules, it's to remove the friction that comes from managing resale certificates manually, especially as your business expands into more states or works with more vendors. And if you would like more information on how ResaleCertify can help you with this process, check out the link in the video description or go to certified.handsoffsalestax.com. When resale certificates are handled and understood correctly, they prevent unnecessary tax costs and keep vendor relationships running smoothly. But have you ever noticed that people use a ton of different terms when referring to resale certificates? Well, we have, and we decided to clear up the confusion. To get unconfused, Check out this video, and remember, when in doubt, always consult with a sales tax professional.